Well, YouTube, I thought I was having really bad luck, and I'll explain why I thought I was having really bad luck in this video, and why it's really not bad luck at all. I had an air pump, a huge air pump in there. I don't know if you guys can see in there or not. Oh god. I have two air pumps in there now. The air pump I originally bought was from Petco, was 30 bucks, and it just stopped working on me, so I tried to take it apart, and I broke it even more, so I had to put two air pumps. I bought this apple snail. Well, he got eaten out by these guys. So, I thought, you know, well, that's not too bad. At least they're getting food and they're getting bigger, you know. But, I mean, he died, which he was the cleanup crew for them. So, I mean, that was my other thoughts on that. So, okay, you know, I have to buy a new air pump for my aquarium. Well, then, silver went down in price, and I went and bought some before it went down further down. And I was just like, wow, that really sucks and whatnot. But then I really think about it, it's not really bad luck. Oh, I played poker the other night with my girlfriend's dad and basically family, and I lost $7. Yes, $7. And I usually don't lose, so I mean that's kind of you know, one of those things. And I really was thinking to myself, all these things are just bad luck. You know, bad things are going on. And then I really thought to myself, it's not really bad luck, because the air pump I bought in there was 30 bucks and it was cheap, and I probably should have bought a nice one. The you know, poker, you know, I had a good time, so I mean, I'd rather spend the $7 having a good time than $7 on some junk that I probably would have never used, or a movie that I watched one time, and you know, things like that. So I thought about it on the good side. And you may be thinking, well, what's with the silver? Well, the silver, I really thought for a while. I'm like, you know, what's going on? Why is it going down? And blah blah blah. You know, and you guys may be thinking, you know, why would I invest in something that's going to go down? Get on eBay and find me, if you can find me or find yourself silver at $17, you know, an ounce, Silver Eagle, I will buy it from you right now. You know, I mean, that's just the thing, is the supply and demand of silver is still high. It's still at like $20, $25 an ounce. So I mean, thinking about it, I really didn't do such a bad thing. You know, it's the actual real supply and demand of it, and not the manipulated supply and demand of it. And what I mean by manipulated is, there's a bunch of big companies that sell what I would call stock silver, meaning it's what you think you're getting. You know, like it's like when you put in money into stock, you're part of the business, but you know, how much are you really part of if it's a real business, period. So I mean, that's kind of what it is. So I mean, the real price of it hasn't really dropped, because I can go ahead and sell my silver and still make the same amount that I bought it for, basically. So I just forgot to make that update where it's not really thinking pessimistic. It's just, you know, people sometimes need to think positive, and it's not really thinking positive. It's just looking at it from a different side. So I mean, that's the way I think about it. I need to buy a better air pump. I need to continue buying silver, because it's still fairly low for an investment, and not necessarily an investment, but just you know, holding your value. I went to go buy food for the Super Bowl. It wasn't really food, it was just to go buy junk food. And I don't really normally buy a lot of junk food, but I have an idea of how much chips are, and I like Flaming Hot Cheetos. And when I was 9 years old, I mean, it's only been 10 years. When I was 9 years old, you could buy a big bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos for $1. They were almost $4. That's inflation, and that's crazy inflation. And I mean, I would rather have something like this, where at least I have my purchasing power and I have some sort of security in a sense. So I mean, if you don't believe me, you know, buy something and keep track of what it's worth. And then go back, you know, 5 years later and buy the exact same thing, you know, and tell me what the price is on it, you know. So, I mean, that's the way I look at it. But I would recommend go buy silver. I know it's Super Bowl, and this is my thoughts on Super Bowl. Anytime there's a holiday of any sort, buy while it's a holiday. I mean, that's what I think people don't understand is, or it's not even a holiday, it's just a big made up day that everybody, you know, enjoys. I mean, right now, I'm literally winning a auction on eBay, which I will post this later in the evening when I either won it or didn't win, and then I'll make an update on it because I don't want you guys bidding against me. On silver, and it's a huge quantity of silver for it's like $9 right now, and it's basically I'm stealing it. So I'm hoping I win that, and I'm hoping I can win that and show you guys what I won, and maybe have like some sort of, you know, prize thing on it or something neat. But for the people that always are thinking negative, there's a reason for everything. At least that's that kind of person I am. And the reason may be something you may not even think of. And I mean, that's just the thing with silver, is the price may be going down, but in reality it's just kind of a wake-up call to tell people to buy now before it's too late, or to buy period and don't be stupid. So you know, just kind of, it's more or less, this video is more or less to think positive instead of negative all the time. So yeah, bad stuff does happen, but it happens for some stupid, weird reason. Alright, well, have a safe weekend, or the rest of your weekend, and peace.